Quick properties is represented by QP on the status bar. It's this one here, QP. So if I switch that on, what will happen now is every time I select an object, like this line, the Quick Properties panel comes up. It's just here. I can just drag that down a bit so you can see it. There we are. Now, the nice thing about the Quick Properties panel is it gives you all the properties. You can edit the properties. So, for example, I can click there. I can change that layer to, say, the external layer, and it'll change on the drawing like so. It's great, but sometimes it can be annoying. It just pops up, and you might not want to see it when you're working on a busy drawing. So you can just close it again like so. But if you leave it switched on here, as soon as you click on any object, that Quick Properties comes up. So you have to go over here and close it again. I'll just hit Escape there to deselect those two lines. Now, Quick Properties does have some settings. So if I now right-click on QP and go to Settings on the shortcut menu, again, we're on the Drafting Settings dialog box, but we're in the Quick Properties tab at the top. As you can see, display the Quick Properties palette on selection when it's switched on. That's for all objects. What we can do is change the palette location. It can be cursor dependent in the top right quadrant, and it's 50 pixels away from what you select. If I change that to top left and OK that now, and what I'll do, I'll go and select the same line with QP on and watch what happens. Can you see it goes to the left-hand side, 50 pixels away from the cursor where I clicked on that line. So what you can do is change the settings of when and where it appears. So if I right-click again and go to Settings again, I'll change that back to top right, which is what I prefer. We can also collapse the palette automatically and change the minimum number of rows, let's say to 4, and I'll OK that. Now what will happen now is when I select an object, in this case there are only 4 settings that I need to look at, but on other objects there might be more, like a hatch for example. So if I hit Escape and hover my solid fill there when it goes grainy, just click, and you can see there, again, it's only showing the 4, but when I hover over it, you can see it expands out to all of the settings of that particular hatch or solid fill. It's called a solid fill because the actual layer is fill and you're using a solid pattern. So it is actually a hatch, but it's called solid fill. Again, I can close that there. What you'll also notice as well, I can go to Options there for the settings, and here I can customize the Quick Properties if I want to there as well by clicking on that button there. I'm just going to close that now, and I'm going to switch off Quick Properties, and I'm going to hit Escape to deselect my hatch or my solid fill. So you can see that Quick Properties is useful. Again, it follows the cursor around, which is fine, but it can be really annoying on a busy drawing. If you've got lots of objects and you select an object and it's covering something else up that you need to see, it's one of those ones that you either love it or hate it. Personally, I don't tend to use it. Other people I know use it religiously. Just use it, try it, see how you get on with it. If you don't like it, all you've got to do is go down to the status bar here and switch it off. It's that easy.